Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, I did say good morning. I finally am able to get a morning video in for you all. My name is Fayola Delica, and I'm a candidate running for State Representative House District 108. House District 108 covers Golden Glades, Gladeview, West Little River, Westview, Pinewood, North Miami, Miami Shores, El Portal, Biscayne Park, Liberty City, Liberty Square, Ocala Lakes, and Little Haiti. The northern boundary of the district is State Road 826. The southern boundary is I-195 at 36th Street. The eastern boundary is the coast. The western boundary is Northwest 17th Avenue. It's truly an honor and privilege to be a candidate, as I always share in the video, and truly an honor and privilege to really connect with the community, find out what their needs are. Today we'll be talking about education, and I will just give a brief overview and then go into details later on today. Hopefully time will permit. When we talk about education, it's the need to understand it's not just education for students, but also their parents, because adults need education as well. Whether we're talking about people who come from other countries and they're unable to practice the professions they've learned in their country, or we talk about career changes, as nowadays people within a lifetime will have about 4 to 5 careers. It's 4 to 5 careers or 4 to 5 career changes. And that was unheard of many, many years ago. In our grandparents and our great-grandparents' time frame, they worked for a company for up until they retired. Nowadays, even young people, and when I first had my first career change, I thought I would be a nurse for the rest of my life. It was very shocking and heartbreaking to realize that my life was transitioning to a different profession. Still in the healthcare industry, still a nurse, but not really practicing as a clinician, more outside of the clinical aspect and working more on the professionalism and the advocacy of nurses. And so we have to keep that in mind when we talk about higher education. It needs to be affordable, one. Yes, we want our children to go to college, but everyone is not college bound. So we have to keep in mind, what is the alternative for them? We don't want them to just to find a minimum wage job and work there for the rest of their lives. We want them to be able to provide a quality of life for themselves and their families. So we need to focus more and promote more vocational programs. Vocational programs, because people don't realize that technicians, plumbers, electricians, and all these different technical industries, that you can make really good money, and making sure that they have an alternative if they don't want to go to college. When we talk about primary education or K through 12, one, we need to talk about over-testing. I've heard the complaints from administrators, teachers, students, and parents that we're over-testing our kids and not really truly getting the curriculums that they need in school. Especially instructional educational curriculum that they need in school, because the teachers are so focused on making sure that the kids can pass. And not only that, there's holding the teacher's ability to teach and the quality of teaching based on their test, based on their student score. I don't think that's fair, because one, research has shown that minorities tend to test lower on standardized testing, and two, it's a disservice, because I knew if I was held bound to what my SAT or ACT score was, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to go to a great school such as the University of Florida. On my SAT, I got a 970, but yet I graduated a year early and with honors, and I did a minor as well. So we should not use standardized testing as the end all to determine a student's future, but it would be a great tool to have a standard of education, but we shouldn't over-test them. I do believe that we should have, there's a discussion between national testing standards and state testing standards. That's still kind of up in the air, so I'll get back to you on that discussion. Well, we also talk about that we need to make sure that pay raise increase for teachers. Teachers are working very hard. They are building our future. They are public employees, and we need to make sure that they're getting compensated for their services. Because how can a teacher with $30,000 be able to provide for a family, especially in Miami-Dade County? We should definitely increase their pay raise. We should definitely make sure that they have all the tools and resources that they need in their classrooms. I've met a lot of teachers, and I'm an educator myself. I'm an independent contractor through the Miami-Dade school system. I have my own etiquette school, and I'm also a youth advocate. And we have to talk about how we need to make sure the teachers and the schools, because at the end of the day, if the schools and administrators don't have the tools or the resources that they need for the teachers, then the teachers have to go out of pocket. And I think that's unfair, especially when they're already getting paid unreasonable low amount for what they're providing our communities. The other thing we need to talk about is the quality of education, whether it's public school, private school, or charter schools, and charter schools, public and private. I'm a product K through 12 of public schools. I've attended 2 private colleges and 1 public college. I teach at public charter schools. So I've seen the different array of the different type of education that's available here in Miami-Dade County. But we need to make sure it's standardized. When we talk about step up and voucher programs and all these different other educational processes, is not to take over or take away from the public school system, but it's providing parents a choice. And I do believe in parent choice. Parents know what's best for their children. Of course, educators and the administrators and the government has a say so, but at the end of the day, it's truly a parent knows what kind of educational needs their student has, or their child has, I should say. So those are some of just my insights on that. And of course, I was going back to communities that tend to be lower socioeconomic status, because what happens is at the 3rd grade, that's when they identify how many jail cells and prisons they need to build based on the absentee of 3rd graders in minority communities. So we need to talk about other programs such as community wraparound programs, where it's an extended schooling time frame outside of the normal school hours. So even it's almost like an after school program, but it's more comprehensive. It provides community resources for that child and or their parent, because at the end of the day, when we look at those communities that have such challenges with parents being more active in PTAs and being more involved in the kids' educational system or educational life, you can really see the effects, because I've seen it as a community activist. I've seen it as a Christian. I attended a church that was predominantly Haitian, and it was challenging to see that the parents did not know what's going on in their children's life when we talk about when report cards are due, what was going on, when they're ready to graduate, what are the next steps, the SAT, ACT, application. I mean, it was just a heartbreaking situation. And so that's why for me, education is definitely one of my top priorities as well, in talking about how can we improve education for all people. And I know working, volunteering for Junior Achievement for the last 3 years in their in-school and after-school program, I've seen it. There are some kids, minority students especially, but there are some kids that do not come to school when it's raining because they don't have a raincoat, or kids that only come to school because that's the only time they eat, or kids that have to leave early because their parents are working so many different jobs just to provide their basic needs, that they either have to go home and take care of their younger siblings, or they have to go to work themselves. It was very true eye-opening experience for me when I was volunteering for Junior Achievement, and see what high school students were dealing with. That's mainly my area of expertise, but I do work with all children, from newborns all the way to elderly. So I've had those opportunities. So for me, I just wanted to share what some of my insights are on the educational platform and issues in our community. And so we need someone who understands that. We need someone who has a broad array and experience and exposure to the educational system. And I truly say I'm that candidate, Fayola Delica, running for State Representative, House District 108. I also have an open door policy. Anyone else who has any insight or want to share their experience with me, or want to provide more suggestions on how we can improve our educational system. We need to stop doing budget cuts. We need PE back into schools. We need a lot of different things. And you need someone who will be able to advocate, someone who works for the education system, who will know the inside and be able to go to Tallahassee and make that change in the advocacy that we need. So once again, my name is Fayola Delica. My punch number is 53. Yes, I'm so excited. My punch number is 53. So I ask you all, I'm counting on you all, August 30th, go out and vote. And once we confirm the early voting dates, we'll definitely let you know. But once again, August 30th is the primary election. There's no other election. So winner takes all on August 30th. And I want to be your winner, because I'm working for you. Yes, I'm working for you, and I'm asking the chance to go to Tallahassee and be that voice for you. We would definitely talk about our other platforms, but please leave your comments, any suggestions, any insights, or follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. We do a YouTube video at least once a day, and it's posted on Facebook. And we really are just here for you all. I really enjoy being engaged in the community. I really enjoy finding out what the concerns are and how we can work together, because at the end of the day, it's leadership with a community partnership. I cannot do this without you all. So I ask you once again, August 30th, I'm asking the community to stand with me. If you really want somebody who's not afraid of people, not afraid of talking, not afraid of work, I am definitely that girl for you. So I ask you all once again, this candidate is a hard worker. I'm putting 1,000% into this race. And I'm asking that you can count on it, that I will be putting 1,000 and and above and beyond to go to Tallahassee and do some work that we need to see some changes in our community. Also, don't forget July 16th, 2 p.m. we are having our campaign meeting. If you'd like to volunteer, know about more about the campaign, or meet me, please, we ask that you come out. We won't keep you long. This Saturday, July 16th, 2 p.m. at 166 Northeast 54th Street in Miami. Once again, 166 Northeast 54th Street in Miami. And we're asking you all, West Palm, Broward, and Dade, come on down because we're doing some work. And if you don't live in my district, it's okay, because when you go to Tallahassee, vote for the whole state of Florida. So I ask you all once again, wherever you're coming from, debark and come on down to 166 Northeast 54th Street. And also, we are having a fundraiser July 22nd in Midtown, 5 to 7 p.m. happy hour. Yes, I said happy hour. I don't drink, but you can have a drink if you want to, but you can come out and meet me. So once again, it is a fundraiser happening July 22nd, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Please come out. We need your support. And it takes money to run a campaign, so we are asking for your donation. And every penny goes to the campaign to do the work that we need to do, such as we're starting our mailers hopefully very soon, want to get on TV, broaden our exposure with our signs, and other different things that we're doing to be innovative and creative. So we're asking for you all to stand along with us. And we are also asking as an urgency, this Friday, July 15th, we have to give our bi-monthly report. So we are asking if you are able to give $5, $10, $15, $20, up to $50 cash, and if you're writing a check, $1,000 personal or business. Yes, you can do both. You can do a personal check for $1,000 and you can do a business check for $1,000. So we are asking that you do provide the support, because we have a lot of work to do. We have time is of the essence. We have about 10 to 11 weeks left before this election. And once again, winner takes all. So we are working very hard to let you know that August 30th, we're looking for victory. August 30th, we're looking at Fayola Delica, me, your candidate, wins this seat in order to go to Tallahassee and be your voice. You all take care. Be blessed. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.